First at 11, the U.S. Supreme Court has now given a major blow to President Trump's economic agenda. This morning, the justices ruled in a 6-3 decision that Trump violated federal law when he imposed sweeping tariffs on nearly every country in the world last April. Trump enacted those tariffs using emergency powers, saying the U.S. trade deficit with other countries constituted a national crisis. The court's ruling today means Trump will now need congressional approval to impose widespread tariffs.
It is a rebuke of the idea that the president can take an electoral mandate in a presidential race to usurp powers not from the people, but from the people's representatives in Congress.
As you can imagine, this could have a significant impact on the U.S. economy. Trump's tariffs were expected to generate $3 trillion over the next decade. The Treasury has already collected $133 billion from those import taxes. Now many companies are demanding the government give a refund. Here's what President Trump had to say in a press conference that began about 40 minutes ago.
The Supreme Court's ruling on tariffs is deeply disappointing, and I'm ashamed of certain members of the court, absolutely ashamed, for not having the courage to do what's right for our country.
During that same news conference, Trump said he plans to impose a 10% global tariff under a different authority. We're already seeing lots of reaction to the Supreme Court's ruling from members of Congress. Washington Senator Patty Murray released a statement. It says in part, quote, "No doubt the president will throw an online tantrum about this shortly, but small businesses everywhere are breathing a sigh of relief." Washington Senator Maria Cantwell had this to say on X: "This administration illegally collected hundreds of billions of dollars from American businesses. I'm requesting detailed information about how the administration plans to reimburse those payers of those tariffs." And this morning, President Trump is giving Iran an ultimatum: give up their nuclear program or risk being attacked. The U.S. military has been building up its forces in the Middle East for weeks now. Trump is not sharing any details about a potential military operation, but he did offer this timeline to reporters from Air Force One.
We're either going to get a deal or it's going to be unfortunate for them. I would think that would be enough time, 10, 15 days, pretty much maximum.
Sources say Trump is considering anything from a small strike meant to improve his negotiating power to a larger attack on government and military targets. You may remember Trump ordered the bombing of several Iranian nuclear facilities just last year. At that time, Trump said the strike completely obliterated Iran's nuclear capabilities.